He was called Baba, a man who stood when standing meant pain.
Nilijiuzulu, nikawacha chama, nikajizulu kwa bunge, nikarudi kwa wananchi.
Who spoke when silence felt safer.
Wakenya wamechukua hatua ya kujikondoa utawala ya kiimla na kidikteta.
Raila Amollo Odinga.
Tendawili.
The son of Oginga Odinga carried the weight of a nation's hope on his back for more than half a century. He knew the prison walls before he ever held a public office. The echo of lonely nights, the sound of chains, the fear of knock at midnight. But he also knew the power of a dream. A dream of a free Kenya, where no voice would ever be silenced. Born in January 7th, 1945, Raila grew up in a household where politics was not a pastime but a calling. He left for East Germany to study engineering, returned to teach, and then chose the perilous road of opposition politics. In 1980s, under the crack of the one-party era, his voice drew the state's ire. He was arrested and detained without charge. Then again later, spending years behind walls, not for crime, but for dissent. Amnesty and human rights monitors named him a prisoner of conscience.
Kuambia kwamba mkitaka kuonyesha Wakenya msimamo sawasawa ya demokrasia, basi muwe watu ambao unaongoza na kwa mfano.
His time in detention forged the man the people would call for rallies for a freer nation. In the 1990s, Raila helped lead what many call Kenya's second liberation. Relentless pressure that helped force the repeal of the clause that had banned political parties and opened the nation to multi-party democracy between 1991 and 1992. It was a victory hard won, built on rallies, sacrifice, and risks.
Shida na chama cha Ford Kenya. Nilijiuzulu, nikawacha chama, nikajizulu kwa bunge, nikarudi kwa wananchi.
He ran for presidency again and again, 5 times over 3 decades. Each campaign a testament to stubborn hope. In 2007, the disputed election that followed his strongest challenge left Kenya bloodied. About 1,300 people were killed and many more displaced. In the wreckage, Raila did what leaders sometimes must do. He agreed to a fragile path to peace. After 41 days of mediation, opposing factions signed a national accord.
It's taken a long time, but we are on the march towards realization of the Kenyan dream.
The political compromise created a coalition government, and Raila Odinga became Kenya's Prime Minister in 2008, leading a government born out of tragedy and the urgent need to reconcile. A decade later, he chose another costly gesture, the 2018 handshake with the then President Uhuru Kenyatta, a public truce that stunned the nation It was a deliberate act of peace.
Wamekuwa kama yule mtu mwingine.
A man laying down a lifetime of grievance
Tendawili.
to try to stop cycles of conflict. The handshake birthed fresh hopes and new debate about reform. Through triumph and heartbreak, he never left the square. He lived as he had always campaigned, on the edge of every protest, in the front row of every petition, in the name of a Kenya where voices could not be bought, muted, or erased. And now, that voice has fallen silent. Kenya mourns not merely a leader, but the last living echo of a generation that fought for democratic breath. He died in southern India, where he had arrived for Ayurvedic treatment. A type of complementary medicine originally from India that uses herbs and other natural treatments. The fighter sleeps, the dream, battered, unfinished, and aching, remains with us. And though the candles burn low and the drums of freedom fall quiet, one truth remains: Kenya will never forget Raila Amollo Odinga.